Thanks for keeping up with the tournament so far. This is Vol, and we're watching KoMMoRaGH versus Shade. Once again, IKnowShade, as he's called. This is Blood River, and KoMMoRaGH having been defeated the previous game. This is set 2, game 2 of the second match that I've been commentating on. We're still in the first round of 8, that is, of the tournament. Only an 8-man tournament. And KoMMoRaGH having lost the previous game, we're on to game 2. He has picked Blood River as the map for the what could be the decider. It's not into the third game yet. These games are best of 3, but this is a must-win for KoMMoRaGH, and he's got Dark Eldar. Once again, gone for the same build order by the looks, just from checking it out. He's going for quick Helions and Mandrakes, whereas Shade is going for the fast Aspect Portal and Plasma Generator. Pretty typical stuff here from Eldar. You're going with a first a lot of Guardians and quick fleet of foot along with Rangers, so pretty typical stuff there. Rangers, decent choice against Dark Eldar. They only have the one ability before the Homunculus comes out to detect, and that detection ability only lasts for a short period of time. There's the Helions as expected. And away come the Rangers. He's got them on Overwatch. They're just reinforcing them constantly. Wants to make sure he's got as many as he can, because they just deal a decent amount of damage to certain trope types, and of course morale damage is massive. So they have a Homunculus Laboratory straight away from KoMMoRaGH, so that's a nice, interesting choice there. He's going to have access to a bit of tech straight from the beginning. And here come the Rangers, looking for an opportunity to do some killing, and there they see it. That's the worker straight away. So, and KoMMoRaGH sees it, pulling back his worker, and keeping him alive for now. If the Rangers get too much closer and another shot off, they should be fine. But here we come with the Helions. He's using initially his detection ability, so that forces the Rangers to get away. Oh, decapturing the point. Nice and cheeky move there by Shade. Doesn't really care because he's reinforced his Rangers so much, and I think that's important. The fact that he has actually invested a fair bit on reinforcement means that he can afford to lose a couple of Rangers in that process and deny KoMMoRaGH some early game resources there by just shutting down that LP as soon as it goes up. Guardians already onto that listening post, and on the other side of the map, Guardians actually finding the Mandrakes through this and preventing them from taking that relic as well. So both relics being contested at the same time here. Helions now moving into Shade's base. We'll see how much damage they can cause, but you've got to expect Shade to be ready for this. He's had plenty of time to prepare for it. Ooh, one worker, one Bone Singer being caught out in the open, and quickly surrounded. In the meantime, KoMMoRaGH not really doing too much to support, although he's moving some Mandrakes, and now he could be going for a bit of a push. And you see Shade actually putting down that turret just to make sure he's going to be protected against this. We've got the Rangers returned to kill the Morale on those healers, so they're not going to be doing too much damage. The Mandrakes, on the other hand, are, and they look like they're going to take out this Bone Singer, and yes, they will. So there's the Bone Singer gone down. So 2 squads of Mandrakes in position here. I feel like Shade needs a little bit of support, but he is trading something from his Aspect Portal, so we'll see how we do. There's another Bone Singer killed, and here are the Dark Reapers. This should be enough to actually turn the tide, especially if he's building another squad. There may be another lot of Guardians or something, and of course the Bone Singer there ready to build that turret. If he can just complete it, then he'll have enough to force the Helions to support out of his base. The Dark Reapers now freed up. Dark Reapers in combat with the Helions. He was able to pull it up just because of the Rangers killing their morale there, preventing the Helions from doing too much damage. In the meantime, Guardians getting caught out by some Helions, which have recovered from their morale drop there. Nice little sync kill, dispatching a Guardian nice and brutally there. Good game so far. Shade managing to really stave off that defense, and didn't lose out too much economically. In the meantime, we've got a Homunculus here to support KoMMoRaGH's troops. Of course, he was able to get that pretty early because he had built a laboratory as one of his first buildings just straight after the. Oh gosh, my memory for all of these buildings is a bit limited, but that's the vehicle production building that I was talking about there. Shade looks to be in good nick. He's got a relic already done, whereas KoMMoRaGH does not have a relic at all at this stage. Good economy. There's an LP2 up and running, and looks to be a second squad of Dark Reapers arriving. So 2 squads of Dark Reapers plus the Rangers is what Shade managed to win with last time. Well, that wasn't released until the Fire Dragon showed up to seal the deal. Here is the first jet bike for KoMMoRaGH. It's looking like he's employing a very similar strategy to last game. Will it be more effective this time? You've got to admit that last game it was really really not a contention due to the fact that KoMMoRaGH made a mistake with his jet bikes. Maybe he'll play better this game and not make the mistake, and we'll find out how close things will really be. A lot of fleet of foot right now, so allowing Shade to move into position. He takes it off very quickly. Good fingers there. Obviously very familiar with Eldar on the interface, as you would expect from a top Eldar player like this. And putting down the firepower before drawing back. Typical strategy here. And Dark Eldar using the ability to slow them down won't really make too much of a difference. Shade managed to pull it back here. And you notice that the bar is upgrading. He's upgrading that Listing Shrine to level 2. That will make a difference. He'll be able to keep hold of the river, and KoMMoRaGH won't be able to take this. It'll take him too long to destroy that building. There's the shrine up. And bam, there go the double star cannons. Twin linked, if you want to call it. If you play a bit of tabletop, you know what I'm referring to there. Sort of an in-joke or in-comment there. Guardian's being caught out by the jet bikes. Not looking happy. I think Shade can afford to lose at this point. Not sure what they were doing in the middle of the Dark Eldar base, to be honest, but there's your 3 jet bikes. KoMMoRaGH is going to need quite a lot more than that if he's going to survive it. Oh, catching the Guardians. Man, those Guardians had almost finished capturing that relic, but Shade knew that every split second that they kept them there meant a dead Guardian, so he's having to pull back now. And going to wait for support. Boy, those jet bikes are lethal, aren't they, when they're chasing things? And of course, KoMMoRaGH can't push into the base because there's too much defense set up there. He doesn't want to lose his jet bikes so early. Going for tier 2 now, Soul Shrine on the way. And looks like that Shade is going to complete this comfortably. And once it is up, we're going to see level 2. We're going to see upgrades on weapons and armor. And oh, nice this little ability here. Notice what's happening to the animation on that Ranger squad. Back to the thought. Once he's got Fire Dragons out, once he's got tier 2, you'll see jet bikes. You'll see possibly a Falcon with Fire Dragons, or just plain Fire Dragons. And that will seal it, unless KoMMoRaGH is able to be aggressive enough to really put a dent in this army-sized hero or kill his economy somehow. KoMMoRaGH just doesn't have access to really good tier 2 stuff yet. He hasn't really got himself there. If he's got a lot of Scourges, like a big critical mass of Scourges, you'd expect him to really put up a fight. But against this kind of Eldar play, Shade's really got the right tools for the matchup. He's got the right strategy, and he's been able to pull it off fairly flawlessly so far. And there's the armor upgrade straight away. He's at tier 2 now. Shade is at tier 2. He's even upgrading that support platform to a distortion cannon, which is really interesting. You don't see those in every matchup, do you? But Shade's a fan of them, and he's going to be going for a distortion cannon. Will be helpful if his base is suddenly swarmed full of jet bikes and so forth. That distortion cannon will make a big difference. Shade putting in another little assault now. Hit and run, back across the river. The star cannons from the LP2 kick in, and both players taking a lot of fire from each other at this point, so not really a good situation for either player to stick around and just waste troops. And here are the Fire Dragons, so that's going to mean dead jet bikes. Got to feel like Shade's about to make a big change of position here. He's going to be able to take that hill. He's going to be able to take that relic straight off KoMMoRaGH, and in the meantime he's taking the other relic as well and mining it. I love that. That means that if KoMMoRaGH decides to abandon this position and goes to trade with Shade by taking out the relic Elsewhere, Shade's already going to be ready for him with those mines. So very nice play there by Shade. And here's the firefight. You're going to see Shade commit to this most likely. And oh no, the Helians are in too quickly, and the Homunculus is supporting with some abilities there. Jet bikes have got plenty of range in the background, so Shade is pulling back across the river. And interestingly, KoMMoRaGH is deciding to chase him. He's going to run into a wall of firepower here, so now that Shade's in a much better position, he stops. And those Fire Dragons are going to be free to just totally kill those jet bikes really quickly. The Rangers are even bothering to get into close combat now because they know that the melee is broken for the Helians. As soon as those Fire Dragons get a free moment, they're going to totally nail those jet bikes. And the distortion cannon going off as well. A lot of firepower here, just really ripping through KoMMoRaGH's troops, and he's going to lose everything. He's going to lose absolutely a lot. Every jet bike gone down from the Fire Dragons, just lethal unit in close range there. Even the distortion cannon helping out, and just look, Shade hasn't really lost anything. This is the GG from KoMMoRaGH, so well played by Shade, winning this the series 2-0. Congratulations to him. He goes through to the semi-final. Thanks Shade, and thanks for KoMMoRaGH.